and gardening in general, it's not just about growing the food, it's about growing as a person too. What's going on YouTube? It's James Prigioni coming to you live from Jersey, back at it again. Some of you have noticed I've been on a bit of a hiatus recently, and there's been some events and some reasons that have led to that. So I kind of wanted to go over a few of those things and be a little more transparent with you guys, and also talk about some of the future plans that I have in here, because some of you that have been following along for a while, you may have noticed that over the last 6 months, things on the channel have changed, and they're going to change even more in the future, and everything here is going to be changing. So I wanted to just talk a little bit about that. First off, I wanted to talk about one of the main two events that have led to me kind of backing off for a little bit from social media, or just kind of taking a step back. Everyone needs a little bit of a break. Like I previously mentioned, if you guys have been following the channel for a while, like some of the dedicated ones, you guys know that I've been making videos for years now, like 5-6 years. As long as the food forest has been growing, I've been making videos. I've documented it since it started, since day one. I filmed it vertically. That's back when, I mean, it wasn't as shameable. It wasn't as much of a shame to film vertically, but I did. And I'm embarrassed about it now, but I keep the video up because that's how it all started in here. That's how everything began. So I think that's kind of cool to see, and then see where we're at now. And then to be able to see the new food forest that's coming along, and to know what it's gonna look like 6 years later, I think that's pretty cool. So that's gonna be a lot of fun to show you guys too. But going back to what I was talking about. So first off, we lost one of the chickens a couple weeks ago, I guess. Sapphire, one of the black Australorps. I heard something, I heard it going like crazy, just cooing more than usual. And initially I was like, oh, they're just thirsty, because I probably have to get them some water, because when they're free ranging, sometimes they'll just come to my door, because my door is downstairs. I got a glass door, sliding glass door. And they'll just like coo because they know I'm there, because they want me to bring them a snack out, or if they're thirsty or something. But I thought that's what it was. Came out a little while after and found Sapphire on the ground, and I couldn't find any of the other chickens. I was panicked, and after I saw Sapphire, I only saw one Percy, which was like, I mean, not to try not to pick a favorite. She is, like, I guess, my favorite chicken in a way. I don't know why, but she's one of my favorites. I guess they're all my favorite in their own way, but she's just like the queen. She's so sweet. She was okay, so that made me feel good. But then I couldn't find any of the other ones. Eventually I found all the other ones. They were all hiding, even the blindish one, Tom. He was hiding underneath a wheelbarrow. So that got me pretty upset that we lost her. It was actually a hawk that came down and ripped right out the back of her neck. So that was bad to see, but I was relieved that we only lost one, but really just upset in a way. Now that 4 years we've had them and never had one issue. Now all of a sudden we had an issue, so that was tough. And now I'm gonna have to do something at this time of year. I've got them penned up now in an area, but I love allowing them to free range so they can eat the grass and stuff, but now I'm going to have to build them a pen. So that's going to be something that's going to be really fun I'm going to do in the future. It's going to be awesome if you guys want to see that. I already got the designs going. I saw some cool stuff, got some ideas, and I'm going to build an awesome chicken pen enclosure for them. So that was the first event, and I'll talk about the other one. Let me go hang out in the greenhouse and sit down so I'm not just walking around out in the cold. Some of you guys have been asking about the greenhouse, but right now I've just got it completely emptied out. So I've taken everything out of here, even the bricks and everything, because I want to just kind of allow the cold air to come through and just kill everything. That was the basic idea. As I get ready to start seeding in just a couple weeks or so, I'll be getting peppers started really soon, so that should be a lot of fun, and I'll bring you guys along for the whole process from seed to harvest. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then the second reason, I know some of you noticed, because you've mentioned it in the comments a few times, some people that really follow the channel and watch a lot of the videos mentioned that I had a bump on the back of my neck, and I did. So I guess about a year, no, not even a year ago, I guess, it started growing. and it started growing pretty quickly. So I was never really worried about it. I'm healthy. You guys know the food I eat. I talk about it all the time. The best food in the world. Billionaires, the top money in the world, they can't buy this food, or not this quality food. You can't get higher quality food. In my opinion, it's impossible. You can get higher nutrient dense food like Paul Gauci grows, but you can't get better quality, more beyond organic. But I'm gonna pull myself off on a tangent if I get into it too much, because you guys, obviously that's my passion. Growing food like this, and not just growing it, but sharing it with you guys. And when you send me messages back about how excited you are about getting wood chips and that you got your garden started, that's why I do this. That's why I make the videos. And those comments are, I say it to you guys back sometimes, like, thanks for the encouragement, because that's what I thrive on, to get that back from you. In the community, that's why I post these videos. You guys probably know in the past, if you've been following for long enough, like I said, I've been making videos for 6 years, but just the last 6 months, you saw a big transition in the way I made videos, and mainly in like the whole channel and me. I came in front of the camera. In the past, I was always behind the camera, and the channel was more of like a documentation form, where I just documented the progress of the food forest, talked a lot about it, and didn't kind of bring myself in front of the camera ever, just once or twice. And now I've changed where I'm in front of the camera because I want to do whatever I can to get this message out to as many people as possible. That's my goal, and if I have to get in front of the camera to do that, I will. And the more I've been in front of the camera now, the more I enjoy it, and to hear your feedback has been a huge help to me. And to hear your negative or your constructive criticisms, the things that I'm doing wrong, is more valuable sometimes than even the kindness. But I mean, the kindness really is encouraging, like I said. But going back to my neck, so I had to go to the doctors for that, and the doctors basically said that I had an ingrown hair, and it just, I guess, got worse and worse. He said I nicked it because you guys know I'm always shaving my head, I'm always cutting my hair. I like it nice and short, keep it nice, clean, cut and everything. It's a little long now, and some of that is because of the surgery. But I had surgery, I had to get it removed. All in all, it was fine. It was just ingrown hair, so I guess it was like the oil from the hair, but it was benign or whatever, no issues. So I'm happy to get that over with, but that surgery really, it knocked me out more than I thought it was gonna. It was such a small surgery, they didn't even put me under anesthesia or anything, but I don't know, it pulled a little bit out of me. So that's one of the reasons I wanted to make this video, because it's not, everyone goes through times of adversity, and I know on the videos I'm always high energy coming at you, and that's how I want to be, and that's how I want to portray this channel, because that's the passion and the love that I have for gardening. So I'm trying to bring that across more, and that's what I'm trying to show you guys. But there are times like I just had where it's tough for me to almost get in front of the camera, because I'm going through a time where I'm not struggling, but it's just like life is about, you know, the valleys. You get those dips in the valleys, and you get the mountains. So you got to make sure you're, I guess, training yourself up right and doing right thinking and doing what you can in times of adversity, because times of adversity are what really shape you and make you, I think, in my opinion. So I'm learning more about myself now than I have, but this break and making the videos, it showed me how much I love doing it. And it's not just the gardening, that's part of it, but it's also the making the videos and the sharing of it that I love doing so much too. So all in all, I'm fine, but now I had those couple days off, and my encouragement, it's coming back. My enthusiasm, I can feel it coming to an ultimate high and just gonna peak. Like my passion, I'm just getting so hungry to get the year started, to get the seeds in the ground, to get everything done, to bring you guys phase 5, I think it is, no, phase 6. It's gonna be awesome. I got so many plans, and one of the main things is that we're going from, let me bring you outside because I'm getting sick of sitting here. Let's go. So one of the things I'm super excited about and just so grateful to bring you guys along for is, in the past I've always documented this small section here in the food forest. I mean, it's not small. For most people it'd be huge, but for some people it's tiny. this section, the food forest, that's always been my main focus. And that's where I put all my time and concentration. And I feel like I've learned so much from this area and from this system, and just every day being out here for years and years. But now you're gonna see a transition into the whole property. So you guys have seen as I'm creating that new food forest across the way, Food Forest 2.0, with years of practice experience, it's gonna be even better. And now, like I said, we're taking over this whole property. I'm gonna start pushing my design onto the whole thing. And we're talking different projects. I'm gonna be building a nice, huge grape arbor over top of this walkway here. The image I have in my head, I can't show it to you guys, but when it comes all together, I think it's gonna be really cool. You'll see it on an intro for a video, or at least to start a couple of videos, I'm sure. And then I have some other ideas, some things I'm gonna pull together, like a rocket mass heater, which is gonna be a lot of fun. I got an idea to do that. And building a chicken pen, that's gonna be awesome. We're gonna build a little chicken palace, not a chicken pen. We're gonna pick up some new chickens. So we're gonna build the chickens in an area that, you know, is good for them, a great place that they'll love to live in, and I'll be proud to and put them in and not feel bad that they're in. And I'll just have them in that enclosure for the months when everything's dormant. That's the only time I'm gonna be really worried about the hawks. So I'd say probably around here would be late December to about March is probably the time period that I'm gonna have them penned up. That'll be good, and I wanna bring you guys along for that. That's gonna be awesome. So this is gonna be one of my best builds, I think, building that. I've got a lot of ideas I've seen other people do. I'm gonna implement some of them, some of my own ideas, and I think it's gonna come together really well. But make sure you're excited, and make sure you guys tune in for this how to prune a grape video. This is a video that is taking me time to learn how to do this the correct way. And when I'm doing these how-to videos, these are things that I've done before, you know. That's why I can teach you how to do it. My first years of documentation, I wasn't doing how-to videos because I've never done it. But I've done this, I've pruned grapes, and you guys have seen the production we got out of them here. With no sprays, no pesticides, no fertilizers, no anything. So how to prune grapes is coming. I'm hoping to film it this weekend. That's one of those videos that I really like to have my brother film with me. To have him film like I did for the apple pruning video, when he can get those shots like zoomed in to give you guys a shot of exactly what I'm talking about. In my opinion, I haven't seen many pruning videos of people doing that, to get those shots where you can zoom in, where you can see exactly what we're talking about. And I know that video was long, but I'm trying to give you guys information and value. Entertainment as well, but information is one of my main focuses here, because that's what you guys want. But I'd like to make the channel a little more personable and start bringing me into it more, because I love to do this. And let me know what your input is, guys. In this kind of vlog style here, I like the vlogging. I enjoy doing it, and it's something I would do more in the future if you guys enjoy it too, because I think it could be really valuable, as opposed to when I do like one a week updates of the food forest. I could do more daily and bring you guys along for what I'm doing on the whole project of the property, because there's a lot to be done. So let me know in the comments, and we'll kind of sort out that. What do you guys do when you're lacking a little motivation, maybe, or you don't feel like yourself that much? I know probably everyone goes through situations like that, and what I like to do is I go to the books. I like to do some reading, and there's a lot of people that encourage me and inspire me out there, and I learned a lot from. And I think it's best to just model successful people that, I've said it before, but people that are doing what you want to do. Go out there and find out how they do it. A great thing to learn is how things work. When you know how things work, you could work with the system a lot better. You're not walking around blind. So there's a lot of books that I go to, and leave down in the comments if there's something you go to. I hope you guys don't just sit back and let that take you over, or kind of bring you to a point where you're not doing anything. I feel like if I'm stuck, I got to get moving, get some things done. So accomplishing things is always important. So I want to encourage you guys to get out there and get your wood chips in, or get your order in, order your seeds, or rearrange them, or organize them, or do something towards your food forest. Do something towards your health. And I think that'll really get you in the right direction. I'm getting all my seeds ordered. I should have ordered them already, but I'm getting them ordered now. And I'm gonna bring you guys along for that. That's a little bit of phase 6, so I can't go too much into that, but I just wanted to like touch in with you guys and just kind of tell you what helps me, and just leave that in the comments. I think we can open a kind of conversation a little bit. I think it'll be good. How gardening can, and gardening in general, it's not just about growing the food, it's about growing as a person too. And I think you guys have seen that over the past 3 years, 5 or 6 years that I've been filming. And that's something I want to bring more. For the journey of the garden, that's part of it, the journey of the food forest. That's always been the whole thing, but to bring you along for my journey, I'd like to do that too. I think that could be fun because the food forest has changed me so much. And the catkins on here, come on, we're eating a lot of hazelnuts. That's today's video. I hope you gained some value from it, some encouragement, maybe some inspiration. And I hope you're as excited as I am to just take this property to the next level, to move from just a food forest, the small area we started with, expand into a bigger area in the food forest. Now we're expanding to the whole property. This is gonna be a design focused on functionality. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button, because you know we're posting more content this spring, this summer, everything times 10. See you in the next one.